A very good evening to you here from my house in Lennoxtown in East Dunbartonshire. Mark Hogan here for the evening video forecast for the UK and Europe. Certainly hope you've enjoyed the past 48 hours of glorious warm sunshine. We've seen temperatures today in the Northwest Highlands up at Kinlochway reached 24 Celsius at 75 Fahrenheit. Here at my house it also reached 75 degrees. And it's been slow to cool tonight. In fact, the temperature, even at 7:30 this evening, was still sitting on 70 degrees, which is 21 Celsius. So it's a slow cool down tonight, but I'm sure that temperature will start to fall away reasonably quickly as the sun is falling farther and farther below the horizon this evening. Big changes now underway, folks. We've got a surface low pressure now replacing the surface high pressure that we've seen, and we're going to be seeing a band of rainfall move across Northern Ireland this evening, and during the overnight hours into tomorrow morning we're going to see that rain move into the western fringes of the UK, and that's going to progress west to east across the UK throughout tomorrow. While the west sees the rainfall, breezier conditions as well, and the temperature in the morning hours perhaps rising towards the 18 to 19 Celsius range in the west, we're going to find that the skies are sunnier for longer tomorrow across eastern parts of Scotland as well as England. So we could be seeing temperatures bump up to around 20-21 Celsius. I wouldn't be surprised in parts of the eastern fringes of Scotland, 21 to 23 Celsius across places like Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, Derbyshire, and down towards the southeast of England we could be seeing temperatures rise higher than the past few days, because the influence of this low pressure is going to actually be very late to arrive tomorrow evening, probably around rush hour. So places like Greater London, East Anglia, I could be really expecting temperatures towards 28 Celsius tomorrow, so a very, very warm day indeed. That's into the low 80s. While the rest of the UK is beneath a low pressure system then that's influenced off the Atlantic Ocean. And that low pressure is going to influence the rest of the UK throughout the rest of the week. Temperatures are going to be held into the 18 to 19 Celsius range, even across places that were in the mid-20s today and yesterday. And it looks as if that trough will hold on into next week. This is the current pressure chart of the GFS model. You can see here the lower pressure in the blue sitting just off basically just off the mainland of the UK. It's covering Ireland at this time, so they're going to be seeing rainfall. They're already seeing cloudy conditions, and as you can see 24 hours from now, that influence of low pressure now covers the UK, including the southeast of England, having the temperatures topped around 28 Celsius. Then the rain moves in probably around tea time tomorrow night. I'm going to pull up a couple of other things for you folks here. This is actually the current satellite image, and as you can see here, this is the low, well depicted here. This is a satellite image, so this is the clouds, a live image. You can see here the clouds now starting to push into Scotland. That's the high level clouds, basically the front runner of this band here that's probably producing rainfall across Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland this evening. That's all going to push eastwards, and certainly across the southeast of England we can be holding on to that warmer weather tomorrow. The upper level pattern of the European model, you can see here reasonably warm air across the UK and the upper levels of the atmosphere. So that's going to be the reason why we see temperatures reasonably mild throughout the rest of this week. But as you can see here, if I move on to Wednesday, you can see here a fairly substantial upper level low as well as that surface low. And that's going to produce pretty blustery conditions. We're going to have a pretty windy day actually across Scotland on Wednesday and across the majority of England. And as you can see here, folks, the pressures are rising. We can see the upper levels of the atmosphere across Spain really start to heat up again. Temperatures did cool off a wee bit from recent times across Spain Portugal and places like that. But as you can see here for Friday, the influence of the surface high and the upper level high, so the core of that heat now drifting in the western portions of the Mediterranean basin across the UK, a firm trough all the way across the UK, Ireland, France. So cooler conditions. London probably by Friday struggling to hit 20, 21 Celsius, and a much cooler, much more settled regime in the Friday. But as you can see here, places like me, if you or friends are visiting places like Mallorca, at the end of this week, we'll be seeing temperatures, very hot conditions across the western and central portions of the Mediterranean basin by Friday. So looking ahead into the weekend, so this is for Saturday, this is the upper level pattern, and it's been slow tonight, unfortunately. You can see here, very, very hot across the Mediterranean, so crystal clear skies, temperatures probably close to 100 degrees, even across the islands like places like the Balearics, Mallorca, Minorca, Ibiza. It's going to be a very, very hot weekend, so if you're down there across the majority of the Mediterranean basin, it's going to be a very hot weather ahead. But as you can see here, folks, though it's reasonably mild or modestly warm across the majority of western and central mainland Europe, we've got a cool, unsettled pattern across the UK. Temperatures either at or below normal by the weekend. So it looks as if after the recent warm weather that we've seen across the UK, it's going to be a cool and unsettled pattern probably in the next week. So we'll just have to content ourselves. As I said a few days ago, I do believe potentially of a warming trend by the latter part of July that could boost the warmest conditions of the summer so far. So it does look as if for the next 7 to 10 days, unfortunately, we've got a pretty unsettled weather pattern across the UK and across parts of northern France, but heating up in a big way across Spain and from west to east across the Mediterranean basin. If you're, like I say, if you're going on holiday, you've got some very hot weather across the Mediterranean basin to look forward to. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and bye for now.